Welcome to Vlogmas Day 13. It's your girl Charlotte, and I'm going to talk today about 7 things I love about running a business. So I think number one thing that I really love about running my business is that I'm able to be creative. So this idea of having something in my mind, having a vision for it, and then using the very limited drawing skills that I have, and then like drawing it out, and then using the necessary tools and resources to take it from kind of what was a vision in my head to these sketches to an actual product. My number one all-time favorite thing about running a business is the ability to be able to create something and then manifest it and then tell it to the public, and the public receives it well. So that's super cool. I think the second thing I love about running a business is that when people get the product and they're like, thank you, Charlotte. Finally, a product that fits my bigger, taller, curvier body. And just the look on their faces, the sigh, you know, in their voice, the kind of like, wow, like they're just in awe, which is like incredible because it's not like I really done anything too special, but I could just see like, wow, this is, especially when people put it on, they really kind of love it. And so I love that response that I get back from people who try the product on, that makes me feel like it's been all worth the while and all worth the struggles and the challenges that I've had along the way. I think the third thing that I love about running a business is, I think, the whole entrepreneurial business model process. So, you know, they have this thing called business model canvas, and really strategically looking at all these different aspects of running a business, really dialing in, understanding who your customer is, what your differentiator is, how do you communicate that, who are your partners, how do you sell the product, what is your customer journey? So much of that stuff has been super exciting because I think that I don't really think about it, right? I also recognize that I probably, as much as a lot of times, you know, these entrepreneurial programs have this business model canvas and they say, you know, your customer is gonna have this kind of journey or stuff like that, but I don't necessarily believe that the particular options that they give us are necessarily the only options. And so therefore it's been a really wonderful journey, learning and growing and understanding the business at a really micro level, a real deep dive into what it really means to run your own business. And so, yeah, that's one of the things that I really love about running my business. I think the fourth thing I really love about running my business is I'm a numbers girl, so I like crunching numbers, figuring out how much it costs to make the product down to the I tell people, I can tell you down to the amount of thread and how much that thread costs, the amount of time, materials, you know, the taxes, the fulfillment, all the things. Like I have a dashboard that's pretty complex and I really love looking at it. And I love looking at, oh, if I sell this many, this is how much money I can make. And really being able to look at different aspects of how to make the product. So I can figure out, like, for instance, you know, like now I'm doing some co-manufacturing in China. Can I do that in the US fully 100%? And looking at the areas where maybe I can, not necessarily, I can lower the cost without compromising the product or the quality. And so that's been exciting, you know, really dialing in on those numbers, really understanding those numbers, because I think those numbers are going to take me into the future in ways that I want the brand to go into the future. I think the fifth thing I love about running my business is that it's an outdoor business. And as many of you know, my story is about a health scare, and then my health scare turned into me really starting to do walking and then running and then trail running and then eventually ultra marathoning. And so the idea of being able to provide people with like piece of gear, right, that they get to explore the outdoors, like that's super, I feel like that's such a calling. I feel like I just want people to have what they need when they do go outdoors, and I love being able to provide that. Let's see, the sixth thing I love around my business. I love going to pop-up events. And it really goes back to the second reason why I love running a business. But this is more specific. Going to pop-up events for me and people trying on the product, and even before I even had a product, I had pictures of the product. And I used to do pop-up events. I was doing proof of concept. Like, do you guys think people need this? Blah, blah, blah. And get survey. I would have people take a little survey. I would talk to people. And even in that process, people were affirming me. They're like, yes, girl, there is no reason why there shouldn't be, you know, a hydration vest for bigger bodies. And so I have really, and I'll never forget, I did my first pop-up. It was at Arizona State University bookstore. It was near the stadium, and it was a football Saturday. And I'll never forget, I was really nervous about it. I'm like, all I got is pictures. I really don't know nothing, you know. And I had of course I had my, I had the vest that I had hacked for myself, which looked kind of questionable. But I took those, I took the pictures. And I would say the reason why I did that is because my sister said, you know what, it's going to change your life. So you might want to go. And I didn't understand what she meant. And she was absolutely right. Because there's nothing like going to the pop-up event. Even in the ideation stage, y'all, even in the ideation stage, if you go to a pop-up event and you talk to people, you get a little survey, have people take a little survey. Maybe you do a little giveaway where you give away a $25 gift card if they take the survey, you know, lottery, whatever style. And it will change your life, because I think all it takes is one stranger. I'm gonna be honest with you. All it took is one stranger to say to me, you're onto something. This is a good idea. I could see where my dad could use this product. I could see where my aunt could use this product. I could see where, oh, my one friend, you know, she's plus size. She could use this because she loves hiking. Like, it just kind of like affirms it in a way. Well, if like, for instance, you know that this product is needed, right? And that's why you're creating it, and that's why you're excited about it. But there's nothing like a stranger, a complete stranger, somebody you don't even know saying yes. That will change the game for you, because then you realize, okay, this is just not in my head. You know, and first, of course, all your friends, families, mentors, and counselors, and people that advise you, of course, they're going to say yes. But a complete stranger who owes you nothing, don't know you, ain't going to see you for the first time, ain't going to never see you again, telling you yes, then it's a game changer. I think the seventh thing, and I guess it's not really the final thing, but I'll just do 7 for now. What can I say? I just feel like entrepreneurship has stretched me as a human being, stretched me to understand who I am, understand my journey. And also, I think one of the things that I'll say as an example of how it has stretched me, because there's going to be a lot of ups and there's going to be a lot of downs, honey. But I would say one of the things that stretched me was early on, I would say, oh, I'm creating a hydration vest for bigger bodies, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I would never tell my personal story. And finally, advisors and mentors were like, you got to tell that story. Like, what are you doing? And when I started to tell the story, it did a couple of things for me. First and foremost, it took the shame away, because I was ashamed of the fact that I could only walk for 2 minutes at 2 miles per hour. I think at the moment that I discovered that, I was happy because I had no point of reference. But looking back, I'm like, damn, I was like so out of shape that I could barely go for 2 minutes. And I used to be so ashamed of that. But being able to tell that story of going from 2 minutes to a 50-mile ultramarathon, I was able to look at it a little differently. I was able to extend grace to myself. I think for the first time, I was proud of myself. I think I had just done it. You know what I mean? And I hadn't really thought about it. You know what I mean? I just found myself, you know, going from 5K, 10K, half marathon. But then, you know, and thinking about my pitches and being able to tell people about why I'm doing this product, you know, because in these entrepreneurial programs, you eventually pitch, and, you know, telling my story really, I guess, just kept reminding me of how much I had really accomplished and how I had never, ever celebrated it. I had never said, good job, Charlotte. Like, you're a bad bee, you know, like, who's doing 50-mile multi-marathons, girlfriend, like, you know. So I think for me, entrepreneurship has taught me about myself in ways that I really appreciate. I'm really humbled by, I'm honored. And so yeah, those are just my 7 top reasons for 7 good things about being running a biz, so to speak. And so I hope you enjoyed those. And in my next video, I'm gonna talk about the 7 not so good things about running a biz. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace and love, fam. Take care now.